Welcome back, everybody. This is Brother Meat here. Today we're going to continue our quest to beat Pathfinder Kingmaker. We are using, of course, our main Magus Sword Saint subclass. This is Dorraj, and his two mercenaries that we specifically made for this missions. We have one Inquisitor who is a monster tactician specialist, and another character who is a custom build undead eldritch scoundrel. So we can get some sneak attack 11 while being undead as well. To do that, we actually needed some mods, so you'll see that compared to the vanilla version of the game, I have some things that you guys don't. For instance, turn-based combat is a common thing that you'll see. Again, it's more in line with pen and paper. Let's make control the battlefield a little easier. But the real one here that's important is Eldritch Arcana. This gives me a few spells you guys don't have, a few feats that you don't have, as well as traits. And it's the traits that were not initially put into the vanilla version of the game that I need to make an undead character. It gives us a lot of other cool stuff to play with as well, as you'll see. Now there's some other bibs and bobs here, but we'll get into that as we actually play the game. Now with that, let's load up. Let's see, I'm fairly certain I've saved. Yeah, a hard save just before logging off yesterday. Apologize for not getting more out to you guys yesterday. Only have 1 hour's worth of time left after burning 3 hours and wasting my time. I am recording now. I see a little icon in the upper corner. I don't know how I missed it the first time. But we're good to go. We're recording now, and we will do about a 3-hour video at least today, if not a double run, where I come back later tonight after having lunch and dinner. We have, let's see, Tristan back on the party, right? I think so. I'm trying to keep it separate from what I did yesterday, because I did so much yesterday with the 3 hours. So where are we at? Okay, we haven't left the area yet. Yeah, okay. So here we are. Oh yeah, we wanted to ransack the place. Tristan would have headed back to base, by the way, so he'll be waiting for us there. Oops. Always grab anything that's worth money that's light.
In due time.
For obvious reasons. And again, if I forget to grab something, that's always of concern. Now the good news is we do have that kick-ass unicorn horn. Let's see, newest, oldest for everything. See that bad boy right there? That's going to give us some really fun stuff once we get that back to Eileen. She is our artisan in our capital, our only artisan in our capital, no less. Among the glassware and damp paper notes, there are cut flowers, buds, petals, and leaves. Vitals and flasks are lined up neatly on the shelves. The fluids inside them have darkened and turned to sludge.
I do what I must.
Alright, we've got gloves of elvenkind, a piece of sky metal. Doesn't appear that we have anything else here. I'm about to say, I felt like our camera angle was off there. I rotated the camera yesterday before saving, apparently. Let's actually look at those gloves real quick. What do we got there? That's the Paragon of Defender's helmet that we picked up. Draping Veil of Prowess, that was Tristan's. Oh, we got a level up for Harem too. I need to do that. Gloves of Elvenkind. A bonus to knowledge, arcana, and concentration checks. That'll be nice. Put that on a novice caster person. Cleric, level 13, gives him access to level 7 spells. So this is going to be really nice for us. Perception and religion again. Sure, why not? And from here, we can, thanks to the headgear that I have on, or sorry, not the headgear, it's the robe, or the cloak that he has on him. He has a +2 to his charisma, pushing his 11 to a 13. Now, this allows us to actually pick feats where you have to have a specific physical or mental stat, right? So strength of 15, or for example, or dex of 19, or something like that. We can pick these things up here. But again, it feels weird that we're doing this, because it is cheesy. I would not allow this as a DM, for those of you that are curious, because, I mean, quite frankly, it's easy enough for most people to get a build where you have 13 points into something. So I would never allow that. But Harem, he definitely needs some loving, and he got some massive charisma drain, strength drain, and constitution drain, which we need to fix here. First, though, we're going to slap up some stuff like, what? Oh, I don't mind another Death Ward. And here, level 5, we'll take Vine Trap. No, we will not take Vine Trap. He's been really good at his bone shattering. Let's do that. And then here at 6, we're going to grab... Oh, what? We got Harm, we got Heal, we got Cold Ice Strike. Eagle Soul. Can't do Eagle Soul because he's not the good character that you need for that. There is a restriction on that. Non-good casters cast this spell, but then they get sickened for the same duration, which is why cast the spell then. I guess if you're immune to being sickened, that would be a thing. I never tested that theory, but Undeath to Death could be interesting, but it costs Diamond does, and I'm kind of passing on that. Blade Barrier is always fun. 1 minute per level, though. That's a little weird. Let's not do that. Let's do... let's just do another heal. What the hell? And then here's the real reason you're here. So, Disintegrate is amazing, and something that I have that then again you do not have in your vanilla version of the game. Lesser Miracle. This and Limited Wish is also on the list of spells that we get for Eldritch Arcana. And it really does exactly this part here where it says duplicate any other spell of 6th level or lower. Literally, you cast the spell, and then in the next combat round, it gives you like 6 or 8 seconds to cast another spell. So you waste a turn, or a round, I should say, to cast it, and then you waste another round casting the actual spell that you wanted. But it really does open a spell list from 1 through 6. You just get whatever you want, which is pretty damn badass. Can see how people actually like this mod a lot more than I originally gave it credit for. I'm just going to take, like I said, those things. We're about ready to bounce out the door anyway, so this is kind of silly to cut my losses and just grab the cheap stuff, but or the expensive stuff. But again, I just go with the theme. Got that, which was, let's see, coarse canvas sleeping bags, much newer than the rest of the items in the room. Again, this is just to let you know that you are in a place proper where they've been camping out. Nope. Oh, that'll work, I guess. Copy that recipe. Okay. Back to our pricey stuff. Nice. Okay. And I did, yesterday, you didn't see it, but I did test out my original complaint about how, we'll take that, it's magic.
Interesting.
We'll solve that problem too. Like I was saying that there was a initial complaint by me that Armagh fight with Amiri, she literally gets her axe broken, and either they patch that out or I'm remembering it wrong, which is always a thing.
There's something here.
But you guys are stopping stupid. There's always a possibility, but I swear I remember where I was not allowed to equip the weapon that I was using. At least, by the way,
Interesting.
Door here and the trap here. This is actually leading to the Verdant Chambers, where we met
Just can't.
Evil Bitch in the first place. This was the door that was locked,
Waste of my time.
and this was something that you never could pass the perception check at the level
Just can't.
because it was so hard to find it. She's having an issue here, so I am actually going to do a quick save just in case she kind of flubs this one up because I want to pass this check.
Just can't.
For instance, that's an interesting screw you spell. Basically, is a energy drain, not this quite the same as Inner Evasion. Inner Evasion's 1 to 4 levels it gets drained from you. Energy drain is twice as strong. It's 1d4, sorry, 2d4 of energy drain, so 2 to 8.
A waste of my time.
So you can get it though. I got this yesterday.
Got it.
There we go. And again, this was, like I said, the one place we could go into from the Verdant Chambers. But then you got stopped because A, you couldn't make this check. Probably couldn't find the trap, so you stopped doing that. But if you ever did and somehow got to the other side, you tried to open the door, you couldn't open the door. It was locked. So we actually are exiting the other way. So this has led us on a merry chase of all around our kingdom just to find Tristan. Now we're going to, again, grab everything because, again, we can. Now before we leave, though, do yourself a quick favor. See, we have missed something. Do one more cat. Looks like we left its skin behind. And I can't say as I care enough to actually go back for it. So bounce out of here. And remember this was also the place where not only did she sabotage us, send us alone, remember, and then try to ambush us with monsters. We had a monster that we avoided here. And I'm betting it's still outside. Matter of fact, I know it's outside because, again, my aforementioned 3-hour debacle yesterday caused me to lose 2 hours of actual gameplay, which included beating the ass out of this monster, which is super satisfying, and we're going to do it. So, here's our monster. Giant fly trap. And again, since we get to jump on them with multiple characters, it's super easy. We just straight up screw the character over. Proto. Remember, she's dual wielding at this point. Ooh, it looks like she's got some penalties. Or Ekin does. She's dual wielding right now. But that doesn't mean she can't have fun. We could do something like glitter dust. Blind little bastard. Little saving throw failed. Twinkle twinkles around, I guess its head. We'll call that. Sure, why not? So basically it has a 50% chance now to straight up just miss everybody. Now can Doggo charge him? Sure can. Go get him, Doggo. Eat you a plant. Oh, fell over. That was satisfying. Liza's turn. Can she charge it? She can as well. Oh, sad miss though. Critical miss no less, because that's just lame. Well, starting our day out right. Alright, Brother Mutant, can you charge it? Charge it. Sure can. Satisfying 46 damage. See that my force damage is still on, so I know I still have my buff. And since we're about to
A clever ploy.
take a knee, once we get out of here, go back to our kingdom or whatever, I can blow my spells here without feeling, you know, horribly bad about it. So, just get into position for the next round. Ekin will probably finish it off, quite frankly. Nice. Oh yeah. There we go. And again, decent XP for the level that it was at. If we would have taken that out solo, that would have been a nice solid jump of XP for us. I do want to fix some of these problems we have. So you see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 people that are screwed.
You require my assistance?
That whale or whatever that woman was doing. So if you look at the character sheets, you'll see the penalties in red. Look how bad that was. She was so close to dying. Because if you take any stat to 0, you straight up die. So her charisma was so close to just wiping her out. He's bad, but not horrible. He's got screwed. Look at his strength, man. That's a 4. That's not good at all. And an 8 for his charisma. And again, we have ways around it. I'm not going to waste potions on this to solve the problem. We have lesser restoration, for instance. But he has lesser restoration. And do it again. Oh, lesser's not good enough for that. I was about to say, I didn't see anything coming off her. What the hell? There's restoration. There we go. Constitution's back up. Now you know she has other problems. So again, we check her.
I will see this
You see, she has lesser restoration. Again, it's not going to do her any good, as we just figured out. Because these are apparently permanent. Yeah. Should have looked at them first. Those are permanent debuffs. But here's a wonderful way of making that stuff go away. I'm going to put that on here. Should cure that. Is that not true? Oh, no, it doesn't do that? Oh, I could have sworn heal did. Cures a bunch of stuff. It's not remove negative or restore permanently drained ability scores. Man, I need to read my spells. Well, poop on me. Again, they will come off naturally as you rest. So we need to camp basically anyway. They won't all fall off by morning, but you'll lose like a point, or you'll get a point back probably from each category that you've lost each day. So steadily you'll be back to normal before too long. And again, he'll have another restoration spell waiting for him. I think Greater Restoration was probably the one I was thinking of that puts everything back to being awesome. So quick check here on our list of things to do. We're done with all these. We're up here. Betrayer's Flight's done. Now we got Coronation to worry about, but the Twice-Born Warlord's still a thing. And again, we have one of multiple ways of finding this bastard. And you can actually traipse out through the area. So since I don't think I said this yesterday, for finding the Twice-Born Warlord, we can pay someone back in our town, back in our capital. We basically do a quest with one of our advisors. Actually, there's two different quests that you can do. One to check the library, and one to literally send out servants to scout out the area. And they'll come back, supposedly, and report, hey, it's over here. Or we can literally just traipse through the area. Now, why do you want to do that versus these other ones? Well, one, you don't know where it's at. Well, of course, in the day and age that we have, where we have Google and we have maps that are telling us exactly where this damn place is at, we can go there. However, it is a perception check as it is hidden. So here's what you do. Go online, find out where it's at, get to that area with the best team that you have for people that have high perception. Save way before you get to that area. Why? Because I don't know where the radius is for the perception check. Okay, so get close but not too close. Save, you'll quick save it. Go through the area. If it pops up, yay, you've done it. Quick save again. If it didn't, don't just go back and forth through that area, running back and forth like a dumbass, because you missed it once, you missed the check. The check is now done. So go back to your earlier save and go back through it again. When it finally pops, assuming you have a high enough perception on the team somewhere and you just happen to make the check, boom, it'll show up. Problem solved. You know where the bastard's at. It's probably the easiest way, and it's faster than waiting for these people to do this shit. And this takes BP, if I'm not mistaken. So definitely not something that we'd want to waste if we can help it. Now remember, we also have the stolen land still to deal with. It just opened up. We have the Nilek, the Six Bears camp. We'll have to take a Miri to that one. And Ancient Curse is cruising right along, so we're coming up on it. We need to get that unicorn horn to Arlene. We're getting ready to do that now. And we still need to assemble the militia. There we go, for Varnal. I knew there was something else that we needed to do. So, I'm going to assume that the closest place to teleport is not here. That's 22 hours. The closest place to teleport is probably here. Yeah, 18. And again, if we can get there, we'll do so because we can rest there for free. Well, we'll teleport to our base. We can rest there for free. And it doesn't cost us anything.
Time to search for the spot to rest.
Did you pass your check? Or is this something that just showed up? Oh, something that just showed up. Oh, look at all the projects. So we have new curses to deal with. Curse to Tristan. Not that he's the curse, that he has been cursed. And the curse of the Defaced Sisters. So again, plenty of things to keep us busy. We have a new region to claim. The Dire Gnarl Marches can be ours now, which is pretty awesome. And other, we have Lost Dwarven Knowledge. That's the, like I said, to find where the bastard's at. Or we have find mention of Varmok's tomb. Oh, that's the library one. Okay, so this is different. Sorry. Lost Dwarven Knowledge. I don't even know what Lost Dwarven Knowledge is. It's probably something we'll want to do, though. But this find mention of Varmok's tomb, like I said, that's one of the ways to do it. And I'm fairly certain that there's another as well. Whale Haunt. Noble in Trouble. Just seeing what we have here. We need Reg and we need Lindsay. Okay. Curses. Other. Find any hint on the location of Varmok's tomb. So see, we're currently working on it right now. I could cancel this and actually go there and find it. As a matter of fact, I think we just may do that because it will be easy enough for us to find. So we can get our BP back, because that was a lot of BP to straight up just waste. We want to continue and teleport to the capital. Now Lindsay's currently working, if I'm not mistaken, on an upgrade that will allow us to take over territories cheaper. So like the Dire Gnarl Marches that we just had given a quest for, as well as upgrading each village to a town or town to a city. That costs BP. So she has something she's working on that when she passes that, I think it's like 15% cheaper. That saves us some BP. Remember, when something takes 200 BP to purchase that territory, then it suddenly is 170. That's a decent savings. So just saying. So it is helpful. So we'll wait for that to ding in anyway before we start purchasing all this other land and other stuff to do. I want to turn in the quest for the unicorn horn before I forget. We'll sell stuff to that guy after that.
I'm there.
And go to our throne room after that. Where are you at there, Arlene? There you are. Here's a unicorn's horn. I hope your partner can be trusted to carry out his part of the deal. Arlene regards the unicorn horn with admiration. Oh my, I never hoped to hold such a rarity in my hands. Thank you, Your Grace. I'm sure we can make it this time. I'll keep you abreast of our progress. Bunch of XP, and we lost our unicorn horn. Sweet. Now, I think that her quest is officially done. Simple favor. Fairly certain that she's on board for basically making us her master piece item, which is going to be pretty damn sway. The Grandmaster Rod is awesome. Assertive. Offer all my junk. Keep me a sword. Is there anything in here I want to keep? Nothing as far as weapon and armor. Bone necklace. They taken my emeralds. They take my ruby. And again, I don't think we need those anymore, so I'm okay with that. As far as stuff here now, we don't need the falchion. Keeping the speed javelin. I don't want the dwarven Urgosh. Keeping the crimson counselor. Don't need the shock sai anymore, or the shock dagger. We will keep the cold iron dagger. Keeping that in case I ever want to summon those monsters again. This is a definite upgrade. This is a definite upgrade. We're keeping all that stuff. Probably don't need the rings of protection. I'll keep them for the time being, though. Just make sure someone in the base doesn't need it. Alright. And we probably should start selling some stuff off that we know we're never going to use. For instance, are you ever going to use 25 Blessed Scrolls? We have someone that can cast them. I don't mind maybe going down to like 10. They only last for a minute. I almost forget that I have them there, and it's a waste of time and money to carry these things around. So, stuff that we have double digits of, I'll probably go through and decide on it. Enlarged person, another fine example. While, again, we have Jubilost on the party. So this is more useful than you think. It's not as useful, because we're not going to literally slap that on for every fight. But 30 of them for like one person multiple times, that's 30 different fights that he or she will be badass. That's kind of cool. Straight up face it, I'm never going to use aid. We have better spells than this anyway. The only thing that aid provides you that's of any real appeal is the 10 hit points. And while Jubilost can make sure that those are awesome, it's really, again, 11 to 18. It's not amazing. From there, keeping all these things. Anything that's like a buff. Haste, definitely keeping those. Whole person. Never using 19 of these damn things. We'll actually take it down to 10. Good enough for me. I will use those Scorching Rays, though. Stone Call, no one's ever touching that. Same with... I don't think I've ever did a hold animal, but I'll keep them just because. Delay Poison. We'll take it down to 6 of them. Keeping anything that's a heal. Acid Arrow, again, the scrolls alone are pretty much crap. So, we'll keep 10 just in case I need to throw some acid out there somewhere. But we already have those. Matter of fact, we have Acid Flask here and Alchemist Fire that we can get rid of some of those because those things are heavy. They're not money. I mean, we got some cash for it, but it's not because of the money that I'm doing this. I'm just trying to trim the load down a little bit. From here, remove curse. We'll keep all those. All right, I feel good about that. Oh, we do have wands. Let's actually sort this by type. And we have these wands. Again, a fine example. Acid Arrow, 6 charges, level 3. Acid Arrow, 12 charges, level 3. 10 charges. You can get rid of both of those. We'll keep the 12. Burning Arc. We're never going to use these things because caster level 3 is like 1d6 of damage or some shit. Maybe 2d6 or something. But pretty much lame. So we're going to bounce those out of here. Same with Burning Hands. Wand of Lightning, keeping that though. Crushing Despair, sure. Displacement, okay. Echolocation, Expeditious Retreat. We're never going to use this. I mean, it's one of those where it's going to be a minute of run time for everybody. I'd just rather cast Haste on everybody that's extended and have it last even longer and be a buff, so pass. Fine Traps, that might come in useful. Fireball spells, we'll keep all those. Freedom of Movement, sure. Keep going. Heroism, yes. The Blades, that's a nice one. Lightning Bolts. Magic Missile. Caster level 3, that's 2 missiles. Here's caster level 1. Pass. Prayer, very nice. Lesser Restoration, sure. Scorching Ray, okay. Searing Light, sure. Shield, slow. Stinking Cloud. And actually, I kind of prefer the Stinking Cloud from a wand, because literally let the thing be lame. I don't mind that. If it'll have its effect or it won't. True Strike will keep it. Vampiric Touch. No one's ever using Vampiric Touch through a wand. They literally are never going to be, yeah, cast my spell of level, here, what does it say? Level, caster level 5. That's 2d6 of damage. Ooh, ring-a-ding-ding. Vanish, Web. That comes useful. So, alright, so now we managed to triage all that down. You see we have a ton of healing potions and stuff, and again, I'm okay with that because at least those have value to me. Other stuff in here we'll sell as appropriate. Same here, but we do have books that I could care less about. Independence Magazine. Oh, I swear to God, I thought that said Hermione. Alright, crumpled letter pass. We should actually sort these things by probably price, because that thing's probably not worth a damn. That's 20 bucks though. And 10. Oh, we got here Mager Varn letter, Horn book, Hollow notes, Old Technically letter, Maestro Janish's diary, Hunter's letter, Commandant's letter, Invitation to the Kingdom of the Cleansed, Bloodstained manuscript. Yeah, I'm sure he wants all this for 2 gold pieces. What on hell, man? Letter with threats, Independence Magazine, paper from Dorraj's chest. Now we're getting to the stuff that's like 0, so I'm just going to keep it for the time being. I wish they would get rid of keys. Yeah, I'm not gonna, because you never know. But, and they're light enough, it's not like these things are weighing anything, so I'm good with that though. What we got going on for us now? Quick journal check to make sure there's not something else going on. Got my militia still to do, yes. Simple favors done, curse is going. Waiting for news. I think this is for our coronation. At this point, blood calling. Gotta set up a team for that, while we handle, of course, all our other stuff in town. So, head to here. Quick save this mess before you step inside, because it's going to get real. What you guys got to say for yourselves? Alright. Oh wow, nothing waiting for me, huh? Okay, we're going to talk to the storyteller real quick. Brought some relics. So we're selling our pendants, selling our token of the Dryad. Tribal fetish, remember I said that those were worth money. And stuff there, okay. Now we may have gotten enough stuff to do something here again with a story. Let's find out. This is going to be a boring video for you guys, I got a feeling, because I'm going to start re-equipping people. So we're going to start triaging some stuff out of here as well. Stuff that's good, stuff that's sellable material. Try to get everybody up to a decent footing. Alright, so first things first. Do we have anything to put in here? I think that falls under this category, right? Yes, we do. We have a couple more scraps. We have another one of those things. Sky metal, I think is what that's called. We've only found one of the charged screwdrivers. Everything else is the stuff that's from the Tenebra Steps, which, by the way, we got to go back there too. Given Tartuccio's present, Stabler's broken charm. I don't know that it's necessary for anything, but we're actually doing good. And all this stuff is, again, the Tenebra Steps stuff. Yeah, okay. So, having said that, I know for sure I'm not going to use the Demolisher on anybody. I'm going to leave that here for the time being, because it is useful. It's just not something we're going to use. Now, let's actually check our people. Did anyone level up first off while we was away? Tristan's got to level up. Jaethel got to level up. Let's do her first. Visitor. Getting more uses of judgment every day. That's nice. Upgrade those 3 things. Your athletics as well, and then persuasion. Sure, why not? We have been working on improved cleaving finish, and we already have it. So we have everything we need for her now. Is there anything spell focus wise? We have not. We don't have any magic for her either, which we could do. Other than that, really it would be like spell pen or more teamwork feats. Remember, there's more teamwork feats than you can actually get from here, and all these places. So there's more than 6 out there, but it's not something that we really care about. What we're getting is more than enough, in my opinion. I could get improved initiative, though. Nothing wrong with that. Having her act sooner. Extra Bane weapon. That's something that she has. Remember, it's a toggle ability, but she can turn that on. That's how many more rounds? 3 additional rounds a day. I could get dodge. Always useful. She can even do Cornigan Smash, so that she literally intimidates them with her hits, which would be useful, but not amazing. But I'd probably say Blind Fight is our go-to. I mean, everybody needs Blind Fight for the end stuff if we don't have a way to protect them from it. From here, level 3 stuff, what are we looking at? Oh, see, Invis could be good. Prayer is always useful. Magical Vestment is a staple. I'm just going to go back there, though, just to check the other stuff. Cure Serious, but we already have someone that heals on our team. Heroism is a decent choice. Litany of Eloquence is actually kind of a weird one. It's a 1 round. It's going to affect them unless they're straight up immune to it, or they have spell resistance. And it's a swift action, so you can literally like lock them up and then just whoop their ass, which is kind of funny. Litany of Entanglement, another swift action one. Target is entangled. Remember, that's the one that lowers their dexterity and all that fun jazz. So these, while I originally crowded these out as being garbage, they're not the worst thing ever. But I still would rather err on the side of, since I have limited spell picks, I'd rather have some armor. And this buffs her armor or her shield. I don't know if they've ever patched that, because one of these works and one of these doesn't, so we'll have to test it out. If they work on both the shield and the armor, that's awesome. And armor can be robes, by the way, which is one of the reasons we like it. Let's see, we have level 5 stuff now, and it's new for her. Okay, so good stuff in here just to walk you through the list quickly. True Seeing is good. Stone Skin Camille is good. Spell Resistance is good. I like Righteous Might. I like Flame Strike, of course. If you're going to fight more undead, which we may, Disrupting Weapon could be solid. I like Chains of Light. And I like Banishment and Break Enchantment for different reasons. Now, some of these trivialized fights, Banishment, for instance, poof, you're not on the battlefield anymore. Piss off. Amazing ability. Break Enchantment. People on the team get straight up screwed, whether it's become from an enchantment, a curse, or a transmutation. The downside is the limit Break Enchantment only works on spells 5th level or lower. That's a biggie. The other part of the thing is I think it will strip off positive enchantments as well. For instance, if I cast Heroism on somebody, that's an enchantment. I think this would remove it. So that's a problem. So be real careful with this thing. I'm thinking AoE damage is always appreciated, and protection is too. So spell resistance. This is a very odd spell. You can cast it on anybody, which is really nice. But this is a spell resistance equal to 12 plus your caster level. So she's caster level 13 right now. So 25, that's a pretty solid spell resistance. And it's just going to get better from there. That's kind of nice. And it does last a decent amount of time. So again, pretty damn useful. Now I think this will also protect you, be warned, for your teammates' buffs and your teammates healing you. It's because they're spells. So again, be careful with that. If that's true, then know who needs spell resistance and why. So someone obviously that's tough, has a high hit point, high armor, would be the person you probably want to slap that on. Okay, now from here, we had someone else, Tristan. Now he make him my level or just make him level 13, I don't know. But we'll pretend like he's just going to go up 1 level for the time being. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Now, we've been working him for Precise Shot, Point Blank Shot, Meta Magic Extend for his buffage. He's going to be a buffer. He straight up sucks at shooting now because he's going to have a 50% miss chance. We're going to get Blind Fight. That may help, I think. But I don't think it... As a matter of fact, you know, I know it's not going to help, so what am I saying? Let's actually grab Expert Channels. At the very least, he can AoE heal the shit out of us, right? And of course, he has new spells as well, just like Harem did, so we need to fix his spell book. Let's grab a Airwalks are fun. Sunbeam are pretty badass. For those of you that have never seen this spell, it's a beam, kind of like a fire snake, but it's not teammate friendly. Notice the red and the blue. But 1 round per level. For the duration of the spell, you can use a standard action to evoke a dazzling beam of intense light each round. Each time you evoke a beam, the spell's duration is reduced by 3 rounds. Each creature in the beam is blinded permanently and takes 46 damage. I'm assuming fire damage. A successful reflex save negates the blindness and reduces the damage by half. An undead creature caught within the beam takes 1d6 points of damage per caster level, maximum of 20d6, or half damage with a successful reflex save, which is pretty damn baller to just straight up screw over undead. From here, we also have Greater Restoration. Notice that this one requires Diamond Dust. This one, again, will literally remove all those penalties that you have. Like this character that has multiple problems, one spell solves the problem. But again, it's expensive. Not saying I'm not going to grab it, but let's look at what else we have here. Umbral Strike is another fine one. Create Undead could be cool. Matter of fact, for Tristan, that's not the worst idea because he has Skeletors on his list. And matter of fact, I can have even more Skeletors on my list. Doing like so. Get the Magic Investment, Delay Poison like that. And the reason that that's interesting to me is you'll see in a moment. Notice we do the Lesser Miracle. And again, it would work again on level 6 spells around down, just like for Harem, so I can do that, but I'll hold off on that for the time being. The reason for the Undead, for those of you wondering, since we are kidding everybody out right now in this combat hour, we are giving him a weapon that's straight up useful. Where are you at? The Necromancer Staff. Now remember what the staff does. It's a +1 quarterstaff, who cares? It is a +3 enhancement bonus to weapons of any monster summoned while using the Animate Dead or Create Undead spell. See what we just did there? So his Animate Dead spells are going to have +3 to their swing and +3 to their damage. Same with his Create Undead, which is a new spell he just got. So now we have the ability to make him a summoner, so to speak, for the Undead. Fight for him. Remember, he's blind. He's going to be missing left and right. So if he's not buffing the team or healing the team, he's using auto-hit spells because he's going to swing with his crossbow or whatever we give him, and it's going to be a 50% chance to hit it. On that note, we'll just leave him the Ankle Breaker. I don't particularly care. As far as other gear for him, he's got his Dark Acolyte robes, and I'm actually kind of okay with that, because remember, it's a Charisma bonus, Intelligence bonus. I don't need a Draping Veil on him again. And he's got his Energy Source ring, so he can actually heal us better. He'll cast spells to give himself armor. So I'm not worried about that. And again, he does have bracers too, so he's okay. He's got a nice +3 here. And this we can probably chuck and give him something better than that. Where's our cloaks at? Is that these guys? Cloak of Shadows, Stealth, Immunity to Blindness. Haha, that's funny. And Dazzling. I can give him a Cloak of Resistance +3 or +2. He does have enchantments, so I could give him the Enchanter Cape so he gets a higher DC check on that, I suppose. Winter Veil is what he just had on him. Let's just give him a Cloak +2, so he has higher saves across the board. It's proving it to myself. From there, let's go now to... Well, let's first, of course, make sure that our team is happy with what they got. I have what I need for the time being. If I can get a better longsword, I'll be ecstatic. But right now, Rage Claw is doing what I need it to do. Oh, and I wanted to show you her broken sword. Her broken ginormous sword. And I said before that I was not allowed to equip this great axe. At least I did in the video I did yesterday. I don't know if I actually repeated that mistake. Turns out that that's that's a lie. Watch this. You can equip it. This used to be the slot for this guy. So for whatever reason, they give us this piece of shit, and it's completely busted. And again, -2, because it's such a big weapon anyway. The damage is straight up garbage. Now it's 1d6. It's not even enchanted anymore. So it's straight up a piece of piss weapon. She can still swing with it, but it's a bad idea. But it used to be that you could not equip the weapon that was kicked out of your kitty, which was this one. Turns out they must have fixed that, or again, I'm remembering wrong. So give her right back to her Vanquisher so she can start whooping some ass again, because that is an awesome, awesome weapon for her. On that note, since we're already looking at her character, what else can we give her? She has Heart of Valor, nice mithril. It's not an issue of speed anymore for her, but she's pretty zippy. But we can give her stuff that makes her better. What do we want? Let's go by type. No. Breastplate +3. Now this is better and worse all at the same time. So you may say, well, how does that work? So it's better armor, so it's a 9 versus her 8. But notice the max dexterity is a 3 versus the 5 because of the mithril. Because of the gear she has on her, she's at a +4. So she would get an extra armor thanks to it being a +3, but then she would lose a point of armor because her +4 would be taken down to a 3 while wearing that armor. So that's no joy. But that doesn't mean that's the only thing we had for her. Chain shirt, pass, Reaper's vest. Interesting. But less armor, so no. Scorpion's hatred, again less armor, so pass. Shepherd's armor. Short bow works, and she doesn't do that. And change her. So she looks like she's good to go. Okay, she's got that. Deflection bonus, as well as a competence bonus for attack rolls in melee, which is nice. Ring of Reckless Courage. I'm going to take that offer for her for now, because that one can get dangerous. Remember, she could like suddenly get crit and could get confused and like attack someone on the team with that big hog and weapon at her. She could lop our heads off. That's no bueno. I think I'm cool with that though. Ring of Evasion. We're not going to give that to her though. I think she might even have evasion. Matter of fact, let's check that real quick. Go under class. No, she has uncanny dodge. Oh, well, that might be something then for her. So, for those of you that don't know, let's show it to you. So, for those of you that don't know, this gives her evasion, the equivalent feat. What that means is any reflex save that could lessen the damage by half if you make the save would actually allow them to make the save, or if they make the save, that they take no damage. But I think I actually gave that to our undead, or will give it to our undead. Yeah. And you may be like, well, doesn't she have evasion already? She is, after all, a rogue. I don't think she has it. She has uncanny dodge. Nope, she does have evasion. Okay, so that's good news. We don't have to give it to her. However, we do have another rogue / wizard, and she could use it. And you may be like, again, well, we just have the same argument. She should be a rogue, so she should have it. Technically, she doesn't have it, because to get it, she'd have to go 2 levels into rogue, and we're not doing that. That's a waste of spell casting potential. So, to give her what she always deserved in the first place is the chance to avoid some of that damage, we can give her that ring now. So again, pretty solid upgrade for her. And again, it gets us the luck ring back. So we can put that on someone else, like her, for instance. Yay! Now, back to Miri. Where were you at, kiddo? Anything else we can do for you? We got that one. That's more of the same, just a slightly different buff. Can't use those. Reckless Courage, no. Necklace, I got +2 to your +2, so you're fine there. Cloak. Yeah. Resistance. There you go, kid. +3. So she should be awesome. Prove it to myself. Yeah. Very nice buffs for her. And again, she's just a solid teammate. So we want her to be good. From here, let's go back to my original team. I know I'm reasonably happy with my build. How about her? Weapons-wise, she's crushing it now with this damn edict. Remember, extra attack. That's going to be amazing. And again, the chance to lower their will score. Let's see, when it says penalty to target's will, I'm assuming they mean will saves. Could be wisdom, but whatever. Either way it goes, it's going to lower this stat, and that's all I really care about, and that's amazing. She's like a Jedi Knight glowing over here. I don't think she needs an upgrade in anything, really. The robe is really making her build awesome. We just need to make sure that she's more buffed, because the 29 is not good enough. But we can get her higher with all kinds of other stuff. We can shrink her down in size. Well, actually, no, we can't. Reduce persons don't work on her. Damn it. What can I do? She already is getting like a +5 from this, right? Yeah, deflection bonus can't go any higher. I can give her like mark skin that's better than +3. Jubilos might be able to pull that off. So giving her like a 4 or 5 for natural armor. That'll help a little. Oh, shield spell. There we go. She can get a shield spell on her, and that'll be another +4. So that'll be nice. Armor's already there thanks to the bracers. I can get a better bracers though, from +5 all the way up to a +8. So she can go up another 7, probably another 2 points after that, even maybe 3. So let's just say 9. So she can be at a 38 for actual armor, not counting touch and flat-footed, of course. And that's pretty good. That's a solid upgrade. And of course, we can keep pushing her dexterity higher, higher, higher with better gear. And we will do so. But I think she's going to be okay. Let's look at her other merc. That's not Siri. I know what you're talking about. Anyway, point is, she's crushing it with her Boogeyman's robes. I'm leaving those. She has the natural armor +5. Again, leaving that. She's got really good bracers. Can get those better. But now this is nice DR protection for her, and it gives her the equivalent of a shield, +2 shield. Now, a shield spell would be better, but that doesn't prevent us from using the ring, because remember, it still has DR on it. So I think we'll keep that. She doesn't have any deflection, but she casts that spell on her all the time, so I'm not worried about that. If I were to take anything off, it'd be this thing, and give her, like, planar protection deflection ring. Yeah. But, again, I'm okay with this, because, again, having her pets have a high resistance to cold, no matter what she summons, allows me to blast through them with cold spells, and they're reasonably protected from it, so that's nice. I don't think there's anything else that she needs. Let's check the weapons just real quick. No. And from here, who else would use some love? Ekendayo, he's got the bows that he wants. He's got the armor that he wants. Well, does he? Yeah, he's good with that. These quivers of his are really going to add a lot of bang to his buck. He's got a really nice ring. Ring of luck. No reason to change that, I don't think. Okay. Necklace is 3 versus the 2. He has the wisdom bonus here, and he needs that for his spells, so I'm fine keeping that there. So he's probably done for the time being. Jubilos, he's crushing it. There's no reason to change him up. He needs the bomb damage. He needs the extra... Oh, he's already got a +3. He doesn't need this cloak. Let's take that off. We'll refund that to someone else. Let's give him the heroism cloak. Or this one. Immune to blindness and dazzling. That could come in handy for him. So I'm cool with that. And then he doesn't really need anything else. He's doing pretty good. Unless we upgrade crossbows. Now, on that, who had that badass crossbow? Not you. Is it Lindsay that I gave it to? No. Oh, is it her? Yes. Miss Slayer. We are doing that. Now, I was thinking the other day, he's been hitting with bombs and crossbow, steady Eddie. Been doing a good job of it. He's not very good with the crossbow, but he gets sneak attack damage, which is always nice. And I thought, you know what, we have a meleeer now out of her. We don't really need her for range, and she has spells for range anyway. So why not take her kick-ass +5 heavy crossbow and give it to someone that can really put some good use to it, like Jubilost. Solid upgrade. Yes, it doesn't do elemental damage, but it has that really nice trait of doing solid damage and doing more on the bad guys that are gargantuan or huge or dragon or giant or a ton of HP. So again, penalty to his wield when that happens, but a bonus to the damage. And again, the +5 compared to his +1, he was definitely getting an upgrade here. So I thought that was a good call. Armor-wise, we're keeping him on the Bombardier's vest. There's no reason in the world to change that. Keeping the rings, keeping the hat, I think, even. And of course, that's a really nice bonus to all his ranged attacks. That's amazeballs. Those pair of gloves right there alone, for someone that has a range-based build, like if I really wanted Ekin to just like straight up crushing it, I'd give him those gloves. He gets to be a shooting fiend. But again, the bombs have been saving our ass, so I'd rather have a bonus to his bombs. But yeah, he's been crushing it right now. She's done. Harem's turn. Harem has what he needs, except for Blade Guard. Compared to better speed. And I don't really need him to be fast. So this is saving throw bonuses. He's keeping that to keep his charisma up. I know it's down right now, but it's actually a 13 because of this. So I'm keeping that. Thematically, it makes sense to keep him so he can do his selective channeling. And by the way, you can take that off and he can still do selective channeling. Now that you pick the feat, it still works. And again, I would, as a DM, I would never allow that shit. If you wanted to, you know, juice your build, and I said, okay, if your charisma is 13 because you're wearing this gear, then you can pick that feat. That means you have to be able to have that same charisma while using that feat. The feat's still there. You take it away, you know, the charisma away, then he would lose the ability to do that, as far as I'm concerned. That would be the only way I would justify that. But they don't in this game. So again, he can totally strip that off and be a charisma of 1 and still be perfectly fine doing selective channel all day long, which is just weird to me. But I could give him the Blade Guard, but I think I'm actually going to put that on Jaethal. So that she's up in melee anyway, and why not give her extra loving? So he's fine probably the way he is. There's nothing I need to give him as far as gloves or anything like that, because these ones are clearly going on a different type of caster. Ring-wise, he's already at a +2. I mean, I suppose I could give him like the planar protection one, which protects him from conjuration as well. But he's not on the team that much, so I'd rather give that to someone that's going to be on the team a lot. That's a +2, that's a +2, and he's keeping his wisdom up with that. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else for him. We really need some boots on the team. Badly. And I'm going to take that damn crossbow from him, I think, for the time being. She never ranges, but she does have Ardent. So if we ever need her athletics up, we won't, but we have the ability to make her better that way. She needs extra armor. She gets extra dodge, remember, when she has this little bad boy equipped. And she can still do her monk flurry of blows with all these weapons. And this one here, again, is the best choice that she has. It's the best attack bonus, and it's agile. So again, she's getting her, well, if she, actually she's not using that part, but it's the, yeah, it's the bleed function that we like on this one. So when she strikes them, anytime she strikes them, they get the bleed effect, 1d6 of damage from bleed every round. It doesn't stack, it doesn't appear, but at the very least, she hits him once, and we know that guy's going to eventually die, which is kind of helpful. Or at the very least, he won't be regenerating as fast, which is always nice too. And we have piercing damage, slashing damage, bludgeoning damage. So again, she's solid for those choices. What we got here? Again, that's a shield effect. Wisdom. Boogeyman. I think she's good to go. Moving on. Tristan. Traitorous Tristan. We're leaving him with the crappy ankle breaker crossbow. It's not bad. He can still shoot with it. And again, it does have that slowdown effect, so it's pretty handy, but he won't be able to hit shit with it. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, let's just give him a garbage crossbow. Heavy crossbow +1. He don't need anything fancy for that, because he's going to be mostly wielding the staff. Why? Because when he gets into battle, he can summon his skeletons, or summon his animate dead, or he can do create undead. And boom, they have a +3. It's way better to have him do that. And then cast his spells to buff us, to heal us, to use his auto hit moves on the bad guys, where his sight isn't really necessary. And we'll give that to like Lindsay or something. Other than that, he's happy with his robes. Good necklace, keeping both those. Looks like he's done. On Miri's turn, we give her the awesome Vanquisher. Matter of fact, I think we already finished her off, right? But let's just prove it to ourselves. Deflection bonus, kick-ass helmet. It's kind of a weird one, but it's there. As a matter of fact, I have yet to even prove that this actually does anything. We need to test that out against some giants or orcs or whatever, but whatever. Oh, she's got her opportunist boots on. Now, she probably doesn't need them, but I like her having them. Why not? And nothing really else for her, because that ring already gives deflection bonus, so these are useless. This one's useless except for the conjuration bonus, so again, either I keep this one or I swap out for that one. This one probably just sell material, quite frankly. Necklace wise, +2. She's got a +2. She's got a good cloak. She's done. Reg, now he might get some stuff. Now let's look first on gear. So here's a shock javelin. So he was our other javelin guy. So here's shock javelin, and here's our speed javelin. Okay, look, he gets 3 attacks around with that bad boy. So if I need him to just like pepper some guy for some damage at range, I have a choice, 1 or 2. This one at least does electric damage, so there's elemental to it. And thematically, it made sense for him to be the electric guy. But there's no reason he has to be. So I can probably sell one of these. But I do like the fact that he can get 3 attacks around or 2 attacks around with some extra damage. As far as scimitars go, you know what? He's never using that keen scimitar ever again. He's already got the slicer, and he can make his weapon keen, so he'd rather use this one. So we'll make some room, like so.